We are basking in the warm sunshine, and I do mean for a cool day, the warm sunshine out here in the Atlantic Ocean, Lisa.
Oh, we are covered up, protecting ourselves from the sun.
Yes, we have our hats on, our towels over us, our, what are these shirts called?
Rash guards.
Our rash, why is it called a rash guard?
It's a surfer terminology, I guess, so you don't get a rash.
Oh, okay. Well, in this case, we don't want to get sunburned.
SPF.
Exactly. So we are on to Psalm 136, and I am Deacon Dave.
I am layperson Lisa.
Welcome to the Deacon Dave and Layperson Lisa show. Take it away, Lisa.
A Psalm of David to Jeremiah. Above the rivers of Babylon, there we sat and wept, while we remembered Zion. By the willow trees, in their midst, we hung up our instruments. For in that place, those who led us into captivity questioned us about the words of the songs, and those who carried us away said, "Sing us a hymn from the songs of Zion." How can we sing a song of the Lord in a foreign land? If I ever forget you, Jerusalem, let my right hand be forgotten. May my tongue adhere to my jaws, if I do not remember you, if I do not set Jerusalem first as the beginning of my joy. O Lord, call to mind the sons of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who say, despoil it, even to its foundation. O daughter of Babylon, have pity. Blessed is he who will repay you with your payment, which you have paid to us. Blessed is he who will take hold of your little ones and dash them against the rock. Well, what do you think, Deacon Dave?
Actually, I thought it was longer than that.
Yeah, it was only 9 verses.
I thought you told me there were a couple that were long.
Well, it's not this one apparently.
Okay, what jumped out to you, Lisa?
Foreign land.
Okay, that did jump out to me, actually. Yeah. What about foreign land jumped out at you that we can't speak in a foreign land?
We live in a foreign land.
Right, which is?
The world.
The world?
Which is a world that focuses on possession and pleasure and power versus living a Christ-centered life.
So, can you define power, pleasure, and possessions for me?
Yes.
In the worldly context?
Sure. So power is, an example would be someone who is like no holds bar in working up the corporate ladder, doing whatever it takes to gain more authority and more, I don't want to use the word power, but
well, there's also I think the word control.
Control, very good, yes.
Debbie just came by and wanted to know why we're out in the sun while we're doing the podcast.
We got a little cold, yeah.
Oh, because it's much more quieter over there with this noise right here.
Well, this is our only second one in the sun.
Right, we can see what it sounds like, but we thought we would warm up. So that's power.
Not coming to check on you guys.
Okay, so let us finish this podcast. So hold on one second because we're live right now.
I'll go around.
Okay, so pleasure. What about pleasure?
And then pleasure is doing things that feel good, or things that maybe bring a false sense of happiness.
Right.
Instead of like living a joy, like a genuinely joy-filled life, which only comes from Christ, and using the virtue of self-control in certain situations.
What about possession?
Possession is just trying to gather, kind of keeping up with the Joneses, I guess I see it as, like, oh, this person, like buying the biggest house, buying the fanciest car. But I read something about someone who suggested that, oh, the next time you buy a car, like buy the basic model, and then the money that you save by doing that, instead of buying like the top of the line, like donate that to charity. So possessions is just wanting to get more and more and more, and seeking pleasure from things rather than from God.
Yeah, I think that, sometimes we start to find our value in our possessions.
Yeah.
And if we own all the fanciest, biggest stuff, then we think that's our value, and it's really not.
Right.
So there's power, possessions, and pleasure.
Yes.
We think, Lisa, that we're consuming them, right? The reality of it is they are consuming us.
Yes.
And I think that's the biggest lie the devil tells us, that if we have power, that if we are obtaining pleasure and we're happy, and that if we own a lot of stuff, that there's truth found in that.
Yes.
And the reality of it is those things just consume us and take us away from God, and God just wants us to rely completely on Him.
Yes.
That's, as you suggest, where we find that true joy of a disciple.
Right, because the power, possessions, and pleasure, you'll never get enough to satisfy you.
Exactly. And in that pursuit of being satisfied, you're satisfying the devil. And,
Yes.
And you are being consumed by him.
Yes, controlled by him. Yes.
Right, because all of your focus is on everything else
Right.
except God.
Right.
I'm Deacon Dave.
I'm layperson Lisa.
See you next time.
Adios.